What's up, guys? I'm Turbo John. I'm building a turbo Mustang, no prep, going to be front side, back side, and it's at wiring now over at Drag Wire Solutions. And while he's wiring the car, I'm running and getting parts and pieces. This is what racing on a budget looks like.
Driving, what, 5 hours round trip total to pick up a part?
Yep, after we just drove for 2 days to go get other race car parts. So today, got off work, was searching Facebook Marketplace. I found an aluminum Mark Williams drive shaft. It's not too far away, but it is 2.5 hours each way, but it's a great deal. I'm paying $300 for a drive shaft and a yoke. Now, I'm not gonna be able to use the yoke because it's a Turbo 400, but I may use it later. That is a quarter of the cost of what it would cost you new. Is it worth the ride?
Yes.
Worth the ride.
And we get to spend time together.
Yeah, we get to spend time. She's gonna crochet and make some stuff. She's gonna do some knitting.
He's gonna buy me dinner.
Yeah, we're gonna go dinner, and so we're making it a date slash
Car part run.
Car part run. There you go. That's exactly what it is. So racing on a budget, guys. You can do it. You just have to be willing to travel, be willing to take some chances on some used parts, and that's what we do. That's what we do a lot of times. Race on a budget. Check it out. I'll show you the drive shaft in a minute. All right, guys, so something as important as drive shaft length, I didn't bring a tape measure, so we had to stop by Lowe's real fast. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we made it to the house. I appreciate Kelly going with me. So this is the drive shaft we got. This is a Mark Williams SFI drive shaft 7075. So this is one of the stronger drive shafts that they make in aluminum. I haven't had an aluminum drive shaft in a very long time. A regular aluminum one is not very strong. From looking at Mark Williams' website, these are really strong shafts. They are SFI approved. Of course, this one is a little bit older, but it is 34 inches. Now, if you remember when we measured somewhere about 34 and a quarter, 34 and a half is what I thought at first. But I think it was closer to 34 and a quarter. So I think it's going to work. If it does not work, if it looks like it's going to be too short, then what my plan is to shorten the lower control arm bolt and to shorten the lower control arms and the upper control arms, a 1/4 inch slide the rear end forward just a little bit. Don't necessarily want to do that, but that is an option. So for $300, I got the drive shaft and I got the yoke. So if we ever decide to go Turbo 400, we have a nice Mark Williams yoke. The guy I got it from was really cool. We ended up talking to him quite a bit. He races classic gear jammers. So super happy finding a good deal, getting this thing on Facebook Marketplace. There's a lot of good deals out there, guys. You got to get there, you got to look, and you can see them and you can find them. I bought a lot of stuff used. I try to get used as much as I can as long as it's in good shape. And I think I got a good deal here. So this is going in the race car. So hopefully in the next couple videos, we'll make sure this all fits. And this is a 3.5 inch diameter shaft. They also make these in a 4 inch diameter shaft and a 1480 U-joint. But this is a 1350, so it's pretty easy. And my cap that I'm gonna put up here, my yoke, it actually bolts on, so that should be a little easy to do. And then of course where it goes in the rear end, this piece down here is real simple. It just uses straps. So very happy with what I got. Y'all leave a comment. What do you think? All right, guys, the other thing about this drive shaft, it is a lot shorter than my other one, but it weighs 9.6 pounds. That is half the weight of my 4 inch NASCAR shaft that was in the other one. The other race car, the one that I wrecked, half the weight. Wow, that's crazy. Hopefully it holds up. We'll see. All right, guys, we are putting some windshield miles in this week. We made it up to Michigan a couple days ago. Made that trip. Me and Brandon did it in about 30 hours. Lots of miles, 1,400 miles essentially. Then we had a day off, and then we went and got the drive shaft last night. And now tonight, Uncle Mike called me, and he's got the header done. So on the way now, fixing to be at my Uncle Mike's, and we're going to pick up the header, pick up a few more pieces for the car. And then we're going to probably go to Randy's real fast too. I think I left a few pieces and parts down there. So I'm going to go grab all that stuff, because tomorrow, 4th of July, Austin is actually working. I've actually got to work in the afternoon, but tomorrow morning I'm off. So he is going to be at the shop. So I'm going to go to his shop in Fayetteville on 4th of July. Then I got to be home for the hot dog eating contest at 12:30, whatever time that happens. So we got lots of miles to go, but we're going to be working on a race car. We're trying to get it done. Check it out. All right, guys, we're over here with Uncle Mike's shop. He got the header done. I got some other parts of the parachute stuff. But check out this header. So now this one, God, man, that turned out amazing. That turned out really good.
Not our best work.
Well, I mean, we were using parts and pieces of reused stuff. So, but I think it turned out great. I mean, that is freaking phenomenal. And you see some of the pieces are new, some of them are used, and of course the flange is used. But what he did, I kind of showed y'all in the last video, him and his brother, basically, they just stubbed out one pipe. I think it was that very first one, and that set the collector. And then when it set the collector, then he just was able to do it all right here, make it happen. We know we got plenty of room. So we're going to be heading down to Austin's tomorrow, and we're going to stick the header on. It's going to be sweet. I can't wait. Mike's going to have to come up next week or either week after that. We're trying to make dig or die, but hopefully we can get it going. We got a lot to do. He's going to have to finish the sheet metal work. There's a little bit of tin work in the back of the car, and then I don't think that'll take him too long. But the biggest thing that I cannot do is routing. I don't know how he's going to route the firewall around the brake pedal stuff.
We got that.
See, that's a no-brainer for him. That's like when we set the brake pedal, I couldn't figure it out. I was like, I don't know how we're going to do this. And he was like, I got it. And he went and cut the plate, and it was done.
Too easy.
So this is his project, too. What is this one going to be?
It's a 31 Ford.
A 31 Ford with a big block Chevrolet in it with a great big blower on it. Oh, boy. It's going to go. Hey, we can no-prep this one. I wonder how much it would weigh.
1900.
19? Really? 1900? That would be actually pretty sick. It'd be a good bias, too. You can see how the motor slid pretty far back on this thing. Where's the front of the motor at on it?
Right here.
God! Yeah, it's behind the spindles. What's the wheelbase on these things?
110.
110.
This,
oh, boy.
Originally, it was 16. I stretched it to 110. And I didn't like the 31 rails, so I built 32 rails for it.
Right. God, that is amazing. This would be a good no prep.
We try it.
We'll try it.
I'm not scared.
All right, appreciate it. Look. All right, guys, we just got over here to Randy's shop. We are grabbing a couple pieces from here. Still can't find my header bolts. I've lost my header bolts when we were over here last time we put the motor in. They're missing. My header studs, they're gone. I don't know what is happening. What are you riding? Are you riding fastest? Wash me. That's funny. So Randy's he's on hold right now for a minute. You can see there's still no engine. We ain't got no engine. It's Fast and Furious style. I haven't really done an update since it's gone to the machine shop.
Yeah.
And so the machine shop found a crack in the crankshaft.
Cracks in the crankshaft, and so we decided to do a few things from there. We got a new crank. They're fixing my old crank, but we got a new crank, and we got some new pistons, a new cam, a little bit of machine work, some heads. We had to replace 2 fire rings, and we also have a neat little trick with the Hemi plugs. Just putting a little bit bigger plug in.
Yep. So there's some cool stuff coming.
Cool little stuff's coming. Dan Morgan at Race Flow Development reached out to me and said, "Hey, we want to help you out. Get that engine up to me," and we decided to go and take the whole thing up there and give them a shot because they've always been nice. Called Kevin at TKM and told him we were going to do that for a little sponsorship, and he had no problem. He was thankful that we called, and but they've always helped us out, hooked us up, and
oh yeah,
we can't thank Kevin enough for what he's done. Dan did so well on these heads, and then how can you not hit up somebody for some free labor? But
right. No, I mean,
I'm excited to see what they can do, and I'm sure they've got a new engine program, and hopefully we can help them get it on the map.
All right. I think so. I mean, if their
Yeah.
engine program is anything like their head program.
So we got a little bet going on, and I told them if it runs a certain number, that I'd pay them double. And he kind of laughed and said, "You better get your checkbook out."
Well, double should be pretty good since they're sponsoring the label.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, right?
Honestly, I can't.
Double
afford
of
that
nothing
either.
is nothing. I mean, I'm not very good at math,
well,
but
maybe we were talking about parts too. So,
well, it's coming together. So, luckily the rods, we don't have any passes on the rods, so the rods are still fine.
We use the rods.
They come kind of to the same conclusion that we did as far as the piston rock in the bore. I mean, that thing's been that bore for a very long time. We've just been honing it out. So, and we could at some point, we could have probably sent those pistons off and had line-to-line coating to help square it back up in the bore some.
I got a little street car
That's right.
that I'm going to put the crank in the... I got an old set of rods.
Right.
And I'm going to put those in. And I'm going to get my pistons done, and we'll have us a nice little... I'll find me a dart block or something.
Because your other block got cracked, didn't it? It was cracked. The other block was cracked.
Split down the middle. So.
Okay, so that one was trash. So you got to get a good block.
We'll
You got to find a block.
Decent block, and shoot, I got a little car that we're on, a pace car that I want to.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, that'll be cool. So.
Yeah, you and Brian could get out there together in your pace
Yeah.
cars. I mean, those things are crazy looking. They are pretty cool.
It's nice.
But yeah, so waiting on motor. He said the piston rings, waiting on piston rings, waiting on pistons. Already got the crankshaft.
Yep.
So crankshaft's already there.
Galleys, they found 2 in the country, so they went ahead and popped up both of them.
Right, and Randy's stuff is pretty. I mean, it's pretty basic small block. Y'all have seen it in the videos before. I mean, it's
Just
427, 289 ish. so he's got it. It's coming. Hopefully, I mean, it is the hot right now. July and August is the worst time to radial race ever. So when the fall gets here, spring and fall is always more pleasant because radials is tough. I mean, you got to wait till the sun goes down, and that's just all there is to it.
By the fall.
I don't think we'll have any problem doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, to put the motor back in is like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So it is, plug and play. So that's a good thing. Transmission stuff seems to be fine. So no issues there. So that's a little update on Randy's too. Got stuff, like I said, just come down here and get my stuff. Something else too, though. I mean, we talked about it a few times. Randy's got a body shop down here. So if anybody wants any paint and body work on their race cars,
Yep.
he does it.
We have a few collision work. I do a lot of race cars. I got several Mustangs. I've got a Camaro coming, a 69 Camaro. I'm looking forward to that.
Right.
And so, we only try to keep a couple of those a month. And I got a nice 66 Mustang over there. I have to get you to go take some pictures of.
Oh yeah.
We brought that thing back from the dead.
Oh wow.
I've got a guy that just cuts metal.
Right.
And for rust work.
Right.
That's what he's best at.
Oh wow.
Why not have him do it?
Right. No, that's right.
So, yeah, I appreciate that. The little plug.
Yeah, so y'all hit Randy up if y'all need some paint and body work stuff on some race cars or your daily drivers if you get in a crash. All right, guys, I guess we're going to be out. Got to get some more windshield time. Tonight is our Wednesday night live chat. It's happening in like 2.5 hours. I've got a 2-hour ride home. What's up, Courtney? Tired? Busy. If y'all hadn't seen Courtney's channel, go check it out, The Paint and Paper Hustle. Tell us about this new project.
So we've got the race car, the Comet, that you've seen on John's channel. If not, you can search John's channel for just the keyword Comet. You'll probably find all of the videos that John's covered. But we finished the Comet. It's time to go to the track, so we needed something new to build. I'm a builder. So we're taking a 49 Plymouth and we're chopping it. And long story short, it's basically going to fit a drag and drive build. Don't you say from what I told you?
Yeah,
but
that's what it
it's
sounds
but
like.
it's going to be over the top drag and drive. I'm going to hit more shows. I'm not so interested in drag and drive, but it will be capable of it.
Right. And whatever it runs, it runs. It's not trying to put a number out.
No, we don't want to win any races. We would love to go 1 or 2 rounds and then get knocked out.
Right.
Like I would feel accomplished.
And the drag and drive stuff is 100% about like how fast you run.
Yeah.
So it's not a competition. It's a competition with yourself. And that's why, because it's still going to be pretty heavy. It's going to be a pretty decently heavy car.
Yeah.
Coyote motor,
Yeah.
Pro Charger that you got off of the Comet. What transmit? You going to put a Turbo 400?
So basically, we're keeping it financially smart because I don't have a lot of money. is we're building the race car a spare race engine.
Right.
And we're building the race car a spare race transmission, and then the Plymouth is going to use them until the race car needs them.
Until it needs it. And then you pull that out
Pull
and
it
then
out,
fix
get
it.
it fixed in, put it back in.
So y'all go check this out. So I hadn't been over here. I hadn't seen the car in person. This is the first time seeing it in person. And they've already completed the chop top. The top was, man, it looks completely different than the pictures. I mean, in person, this is wild, and it looks freaking amazing. Honestly, it does. I can see what you're doing, and the chopping the top on it. He's going to show y'all. Go look at the videos on his channel, and he'll show you how they did it. This has anybody ever done a video like this? I mean, a chop like this?
Not like this. If you go to my channel, check out some of the comments. Some of the guys that said they've been around chops for a long time said they've never seen one this clean. So what I would like for y'all to do, the older guys, if you're on John's channel right now, go ahead and comment and let us know, because I'm trying to get an overall idea. Have you ever seen a chop? This was chopped 2 inches, okay, and nothing is modified back here. So all the metal is laying perfect. Okay, this still has to be worked, but the roof is not cut up. The roof is not pie cut. There's been no English wheel metal made, nothing made, and we're not finished with all this, but this is final. We just have to cut it in. Have you ever seen a chop that the back half of the car has not been pie cut all up or metal added? We're not adding no metal.
It's crazy.
No metal.
It really is kind of cool the way y'all come up with how you were going to do this. And that's why, I mean, I remember you were talking about it, and I was like, I don't get it. I couldn't get it through my head. But they shortened the back of the car just a little bit.
There's because these have not been cut down yet.
Right.
I mean, you can see just how much it's been lowered.
Wow, that's crazy. And then you look back here, and I mean, it looks proportionate now, though.
Yeah, that's
how much it shortened.
And then over there, you can see the overlap.
So it shortened it, what, maybe 6 inches, 5 inches?
Yeah. And
Not-
that's the
not
key.
much.
And that's you have to shorten the car, which is all of this cut, in order to not mess with your roof line. So if you don't want to do what most all people do, either cut the center or make new metal, because if the triangle goes down, if the roof goes down, then the roof has to get longer to meet the body. So if you don't want to make the roof longer, you have to make the car shorter. And I feel confident. I want y'all to correct me in the comments. I've never seen a chop plus a shortening at the same exact time.
That's crazy looking. And he's got everything nice and supported. So once all this is done, then that's when you'll cut the floor stuff out, and you're going to build like a chassis for it.
Just like a drag car.
Right, just like a drag car.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not going to be like a 25-2 or none of that crap.
No, it'll be a hot rod chassis, but it'll have tubes and everything. And
It is legit it's going to be a street car. It's going to be a street rod,
Yes.
is what it is. This is the definition of street rod, hot rodding right here.
We'll have
Man, that's cool.
We'll have that number 1 hoop or whatever, the number 1 bar.
Right.
We'll have down bars here that are hid, and then a halo, and then the back bars, but there'll be no door. You won't be seeing bars. It'll have a full back seat. It'll be on pump gas. You can go to the gas station with it. You can drive it 2 hours if you want to, radiator, everything. But we're just going to add some bars for safety. You don't want to be taking it to even a test or tune.
Is the firewall staying in it?
The firewall is completely coming out,
Okay.
and we're going to try to copy the drag cars, just like John's new Fox, and try to get the harmonic balancer at the spindle line for weight distribution.
Which, I mean, there's enough room with the back seat way back there, and then, I mean, the front seat's here.
Yep. So
I mean,
here-
there's plenty of room.
That's the tabs where the bottom of the back seat was from the factory.
Wow.
Right there. And then it come up.
Man, this car was a hoss, wasn't it? I mean,
Huge.
I bet it was a freaking hoss. Man, you put a ton of work in it already so far. It looks cool. Y'all go check it out. Follow his channel, Paint Paper Hustle, if y'all want to watch this build as it progresses. Thought it was going to be a pretty slow build, but it looks like it's going to be going a little faster.
John's going to be doing some tuning on it, believe it or not. We're not going to spoil it now, but he's going to be doing tuning on it that he has never done. So we're going to incorporate a couple things in here that he has actually never done, and he will have to figure out how to tune it. I don't think there's nobody you can call to even figure this stuff out.
No, Holly is amazing. What the ideas and stuff you got, we can make it happen in
Yeah.
the tables.
But there's nobody you can
Yeah.
call and say, "Hey, this is what we're doing." But
Oh no, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out and make it work. It's gonna be awesome. This is gonna be a cool build. You gonna leave the horns on it?
Dude, everybody said it, but these are 6-volt.
Oh, well, that'll be louder with 12.
Yeah, but then Mike and them were telling me, another old school guy the other day, is that the 12 volts will burn it up eventually, but if you just toot it fast, it might not, so we might down step it to like 10 volts.
Oh, gotcha.
But they said it's really loud.
Is it? It looks really cool. Put train horns on it.
They said it's one step below train horns with 12 volts to it.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, guys. We'll see y'all.